Welcome back to the shop. Yesterday I did a quick video on installing Windows 11 on older hardware. I mentioned in that video that that solution would not work for all laptops. Some of them are just a bit too old for Windows 11, period. So instead of just having a completely tossed out laptop, there are some other options. One option is Linux. Linux is a lot safer and a lot more secure than Windows, but it is not completely impervious to malware. But you are a whole lot better off running Linux than you are Windows for security and stability. And to demonstrate one of those points, I'm just going to open GIMP on this Windows 11 machine. Now I'm going to open it on a laptop with 16 gigs of RAM. This is a Lenovo T470. This laptop's about 10 years old. And we have it opened, finally. Get Arch set up. The first thing we want to do is download Arch. So we'll just search Arch Linux. We'll go to the downloads page. I'm going to scroll down here and find us a server that's pretty close to us. And we're going to download the ISO. This is a very small package, and so it'll download very quickly. We've got our Arch. We'll open our Rufus application. We've got our drive selected. We'll select our image. We'll make sure we have this set to GPT, that way we're using UEFI boot. It'll create the partition set. It'll put Arch installer on this thumb drive. You restart the computer, hit F12 to choose the boot menu, and you will select your thumb drive. The computer will boot off that thumb drive, and it'll bring you to this command prompt. If you are hardlined into your internet, you can just type Arch install and hit enter. If you're not hardwired into your internet, you're using Wi-Fi, you will need to use the IWCTL command. Hit enter. It'll bring you into this program, and you type station WLAN 0 connect, and then you type in the name of your Wi-Fi. Once you hit that, it'll ask you for your password. You type your password in, and then it will connect. On this computer, I don't have a Wi-Fi card, so that's why it says WLAN 0 not found. I am hardlined, so I'm going to go ahead and just type Arch install, and we'll go ahead with the installer. You have to be connected to the internet to install Arch. That way, as soon as you finish installing, everything is completely up to date because it's getting all of these packages fresh. First, we're just going to scroll down because the first change we want to make is with disk configuration. We're going to hit enter on partitioning. We're going to hit enter on use a best effort default partitioning layout. Here, if you're doing this on a laptop, you should only see one selection. We're going to hit the space bar to put a check mark on this. Then we're going to hit enter. And we're going to hit enter on use a best effort default partitioning layout. Just hit enter on that selection. Here, if you're doing this on a laptop, you should only see one selection. So we're going to hit the space bar to put a check mark on this. Then we're going to hit enter. We'll hit the down arrow key to select the ext4 and hit enter. And we're going to go back. Leave everything else alone until we get to authentication. We're going to set a root password. We're going to confirm that root password, something you're not going to forget. And we're going to add a user. Type in your username. Type in your user password. Confirm that password. And we're going to confirm and exit. We're going to select profile, desktop. We want to select on desktop. And I'm going to select GNOME and I'm going to select KDE Plasma. You can use either one. You don't have to select multiples. This is going to be your desktop environment. Most people will just stick with KDE Plasma. Some people might like GNOME. KDE Plasma looks more like Linux Mint. GNOME is what runs on Ubuntu. If you have a particular graphics card, you can go in there and select your graphics. Most people just leave them at the default. Networking will be our next selection. We want to make sure we use the network manager. And then we're going to select our time zone. We'll hit enter on the time zone. I'm going to hit the backslash key on the keyboard. And I'm going to type new. And that'll bring up New York. But you type in whatever time zone that you are in. And then I'm going to hit install. And then we'll hit yes. Then we're going to sit back and let everything happen. That's all you have to do. When it's ready to reboot, you will be in Arch Linux. Now the installer is finished. You see it's giving us some options if we want to exit Arch install or we want to go ahead and reboot the system. You can go ahead and remove your thumb drive from the computer. And when the system comes back up, there's our KDE Plasma. First thing I like to do is make my menu bar just a little bit smaller. And I do that just by right clicking on the taskbar and click show configuration. Then I'm going to right click the desktop. I'm going to go ahead and change a few personal settings. I like dark mode myself, so I'll select the dark theme. You can change your wallpaper and everything through your control panel. On Windows, to get to your command prompt, you hit the Windows key and CMD for command prompt. On Arch, It's K for console. You just type K and you'll find console. And this is how you get to the command prompt in Linux. I'll type sudo, give me super user. I'll type pacman, that's my package manager. I'm going to type -S to install. It's a capital S. And I want to get Flatpak. I want to get Kdenlive. I want to get GIMP. I'm going to go ahead and get Inkscape. I'm trying to think of some more packages I might need right off the top of my head. LibreOffice. Everybody needs a productivity suite. So LibreOffice-fresh will give you LibreOffice. And I forgot to put a space there. That's not going to work. You can put multiple packages in here, but you do have to put a space between the packages. And you hit enter, put your password in, hit Y for yes, and it will go ahead and install every one of those packages. Now it installed all of those packages in about the same time Windows took just to install Inkscape. Now they got Flatpak and everything installed. I'm going to bring up the Discover, which is sort of the Linux store in Arch Linux. I'm going to click Discover. You can go ahead and install Google Chrome from inside Discover. Go ahead and get a few more. That's all it takes to install Arch Linux. And this will run on just about any piece of hardware that is out there. Arch Linux gets a bad rap sometimes for being sort of hard to install, but as you can see here, it's not hard at all. You can have it up and running in no time. Anyway, that's how easy it is to install Arch Linux on your older hardware that will not accept Windows 11. So you don't have to throw these old computers away. If you're running your lasers on them, if you're running your laser engravers on them, these computers are great at running Lightburn. Just about anything else you could want out there, there is a program available. If you want to do 3D modeling, I do like Fusion 360, but I'm quickly getting to where I like FreeCAD more and more. I've been using FreeCAD for the past couple of days, and it's not quite the same workflow that I had in Fusion 360, but it is usable, and it's getting more and more usable as I go along. The FreeCAD is a good, viable option. All right, like I said, there'll be a link in my description for the for my server in Discord. If you have any questions, need any help, if you want to see another Linux distro, send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to make a video or show you how to install it or whatever you want to. If you need any help with anything, just let me know. Thank you for watching. Y'all stay tuned.